Hi, Gary here. Optimism, creatively destructing pessimism. Creative destruction, that was a term that was created in the 1940s by an Austrian-American economist named Joseph Schumpeter. And it just talks about how we creatively destroy areas as technology improves to bring something new on. I'm going to give you some examples here in a second. First, I want to start off with a quote by writer Robert Brault. He said that the average pencil is 7 inches long with a half-inch eraser, just in case you thought optimism was dead. It's kind of a cute little quote. Now, entrepreneurs have known for a long time that others' bad news is your good news. Now, it sounds a little negative and maybe not quite correct, but let me explain that with some examples here to really what I'm talking about. First of all, when obstacles take place out there, they become great opportunities. In fact, you can take the negative energy from obstacles and just transform it all into these opportunities. So I'm going to give you one key entrepreneur that you all know, Steve Jobs. Now, Steve loved music, and one of the things that really irritated him was the fact that you had to buy a full CD for whatever, $13, $14 to get that one song off of that. So he goes to the movie recording industry and basically says, look, I'm going to come up with this thing where people are going to download on iTunes for 99 cents their favorite song, and then they're going to be able to put it on this device I'm creating that they can hear it anywhere, anytime, in any order, and easily in any fashion they want. And so what it turned out, obviously, was iTunes and the iPod, but it was really bad news for the recording industry, but really good news for you. Second, he had picked up a cell phone in a meeting and was trying to find something in there, punching through the buttons, and said, this is ridiculous. It's so difficult to find anything on these cell phones. And as you know the rest of the story, that's how he came up with the iPhone. Beyond just being a smartphone, it did many, many other things that solved a lot of these bad news things that became very good news for you. Finally, you look at the laptops you had to carry around everywhere you went. Made it a lot simpler to find a much simpler device, easy to work, easy to load up and do anything with, and the iPad was born. Again, three things: bad news for laptop manufacturers, good news for you and I. And so I look at Steve Jobs and say, well, was this guy an optimist? Well, he was. He had this weird thing that people said about him, his reality distortion field. And I think that was his way of keeping pessimism at bay all the time. He just would totally make you believe that things could be done. Eternally optimist. But he kept that away, and he used that field to create these things during a very difficult time in the first 10 years of the 21st century to make this all happen when it should, and when everything seemed to be going south at that point. So, you know, optimism is a you-based decision. It's about making sure you fail quick and fail often. Why? Because successes take a whole lot faster when you move along. It's about being future-based. It's about keeping the pessimists away. It's about all those behavioral issues that control our every movement and every day. And I think Steve Jobs had it right. You need your reality distortion field. You need to be able to put things in place to keep you in that optimistic mode throughout your life. So until next time, enjoy.